Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for video number 2. Video number 2 on your late Sunday afternoon. It's still light outside, so we got another hour of daylight before it gets dark. Here about 7:15, 7:30 here in the Northeast, but it is a late Sunday afternoon, March the 9th, 2025. Thank you all for watching video number 2, right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the very dark and mysterious and evil Shadow's Lair 2.0. And this is episode number 63 of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down there. It's down there, trust me. Down in the description box below on this very channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video if you like. But don't leave stupid comments. You will be sent to that Shadow Realm. You'll be placed in an Iron Maiden. And then after you die, Satan will come out and eat your soul. Or what's left of it. So please do not do that, or you will be sent to the Shadow Realm, placed in an Iron Maiden, and your soul will be eaten by Satan. And that's all I gotta say about that. So leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but if you want to, follow the rules. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn fucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss the next one, well, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. If you don't know, look it up. And that's all I gotta say about that. And if you're brand new here for the very first time, if you've never seen my channel before in your lifetime, or by the time you've been on YouTube, just coming to my channel for the very first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. You like what you see? Please hit that like button. Show your love and support. And if you want more, hit that bell. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And that's that. And when you do subscribe, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab yourself a nice cold one, and enjoy the show. I don't have one at the moment, but I will in a little bit, because we got Aew Revolution coming up in a little bit. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. So, for all the newbies, welcome to the party. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, go fuck yourself. Go to somebody else's channel. That's all I gotta say about that. We move on with that. Alrighty. Like I said, it's still light outside. Sun is still up for a few more minutes, and then it'll be dark here in the Northeast, about 7:15, 7:30. So that's definitely nice as we start increasing the daylight all the way up to pretty much around the end of June, as soon as summer starts, and then July starts going down a little bit. So by the time we hit July, it'll be 9 o'clock. Just about 9 o'clock here in the Northeast. Dark. So, when it gets really pitch black dark, about around 8:45, 9 o'clock. By the time we hit June and a little bit of July, and then by the time we get to end of July and August, it starts going down to about 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in September, pretty much 6 o'clock in October, and then by the time we hit the beginning of November, we fall back. So, we'll be back around 4:30, close to 5, all the way up until next March. So that's the way daylight savings time works. So enjoy, your time outside for now, and as we go into the spring and the summer, all the way up to pretty much be around the beginning to near the end of October, when it gets a little bit lighter. It's darker around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So wherever you may be, that's that. But I hope you had a great weekend. It's the end of the weekend, the first official week of March. We're about to start the second week of March, pretty much the midpoint. We'll hit the midpoint this Saturday, I should say. And that's that. So enjoy it while you can. Because pretty soon it'll be Easter. So We just had Ash Wednesday this past Wednesday, so hopefully you all got your ashes. I did not forgot to go out. It is what it is, and you know, now every Friday we're gonna start. Well, for some of you to believe in that, you can't eat meat up until Easter. So after Good Friday, you can't eat meat, but can't eat meat for pretty much the next month. But some people don't believe it. It's what it is. But that's that. I forgot what I had Friday night. I think I had a Frankfurter. I forget. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So, alright, let me do this video because we got the pre-show coming up for Revolution, starting at 7 p.m. Got 4 matches on the card, maybe more. Who knows with Tony Khan these days? But that's that. But hope you had a great weekend, and back to work for all you slackers out there. You know, I got to go back to work tomorrow for a half day, and then I got to go to my doctor tomorrow, and then I got another doctor appointment on Tuesday, and I'm pretty much free for the rest of the week, besides working, of course. And then this coming weekend, I'm going to be having fun, and that's all that matters. Because I actually have a social life. You don't. So I get to go to concerts, I get to go wherever the fuck I feel like going. With real friends that I have. You think I don't have real friends? Can't prove it. Not much anything you can prove these days, so I fuck you. But that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, on this late Sunday afternoon, March the 9th, 2025, right here on episode 63 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series on video number 2. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You like it? Great. You know, fuck off. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your 2025 AEW You Say You Want a Revolution. Okay, I'm not going to sing the whole song, but it is time for your AEW Revolution 2025 predictions. Revolution comes your way from the Crypto Arena, formerly the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. First pay-per-view of the year, officially for AEW. And I'm surprised that it's going to be at the Staples Center, or the former Staples Center. And they sold about 10, almost 12,000 seats. That's not bad. Not going to be a total sellout, but pretty good for, the first pay-per-view of the year. And Revolution has been good the last couple of years. And the card looks pretty good this year as well. Got 13 total matches. 4 on the pre-show, 9 on the main show. So, this pay-per-view is going to last at least till 12:15, 12:30. Oh, God. I hope you're bought enough beer or whatever you're going to be drinking. It's going to be insane. Insane later on in about another hour or so. We'll get that. Alright, let's get to the pre-show. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so on the pre-show, got 4 matches. And I'm taking this, as always, from the Wikipedia page. So I think this is the order of all the matches. I could be wrong. They could change here and there. But anyway, we'll go with that. Alright, so we'll start off with an 8-man tag team match that pretty much came about from last night's edition of Collision. Go check out my video on my Kill the Demons channel with your official AEW Collision review. Go watch it right now. That. Alright, so we got Shane Taylor Promotions, led by the big man, Shane Taylor, the Infantry, Carly Bravo, and the Captain, Sean Dean, and the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Lee Moriarty, as he had a great match with the TNT Champion, Danny Garcia. Didn't win, obviously, so we got that. So, speaking of Danny Garcia, he will be teaming up with the Undisputed Kingdom. We got Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts. Another guy, his name is Roger Strong, and his good friend, Adam Cole, baby! Yeah! Sucks that Adam Cole's on the pre-show, but, what are you gonna do? I don't even know why these 8 men are feuding with each other, Adam Cole and Garcia had a great TNT title match. Last week, not this week, last week. And then got ruined by STP, who's been a thorn in the Undisputed Kingdom's side for a little bit, as well as Garcia and pretty much your Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, and Angelo Parker. So I don't know why these two factions are even going at it. So big 8-man tag team match. Like I said, Garcia and Lee Moriarty put on pretty much a clinic last night. Garcia won the match, but then Shane Taylor and the Infantry came out to try to Shield-style attack Danny Garcia, but then Adam Cole, Roddy, and Kyle came out to even the odds, and then Tony Khan makes this ridiculous 8-man tag team match. So we got that. As far as my prediction, I'm going to go with Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom to get the win. I just want this to end because it's ridiculously dumb. And I think Garcia and Adam Cole are going to run it back. I don't know when, maybe on another edition of, the next edition of Collision, or maybe at Dynasty, or for you Australians out there, Dynasty. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to go with Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom to get the win over Shane Taylor Promotions, and that's it. Alright, then we go to a more traditional tag team match. We got Lee Johnson and Blake Christian taking on the Luchadors, Commander, the Ring of Honor TV champion, along with his good buddy, the hype man, Alex Abrahantes, and the man who's undefeated in AEW at 17-0 as, he got the win over Jalistico last night, and that's Hologram 2.0. It should be a good match. I'm going to go with Commander and Hologram to get the win. So, technically, Commander will go to 18-0. I'm not Commander, sorry. Hologram will go to 18-0, but not really, because it's a singles competition, so I'm going to go with the Luchadors to get the win, and this guy will be very happy. How you doing, SA? It is I, El Dorito. I love the Luchadors. Ay, 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 ay. But you hate Osito. Ah! Okay. He hates that guy. He really hates Osito. He's scared of him. But we move on. Alright, so I got the Luchadors to get the win over Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. And that's that. Alright, then we go to one of the many titles that are going to be on the line tonight. But on the pre-show, we got the Ring of Honor World title, surprisingly on the pre-show. Ugh. So we got Chris Jericho, the Nueve, I can't say the Ocho, the Nueve, Le Champion. Hi, guys! Hi, guys! So, he's going to be with Big Cass and Brian Keith, part of the Learning Tree. He takes on, well, his newest contender, the man that people forgot, that's Gravity. As, I don't know how and why he gets a title shot. I mean, Gravity and Bandito beat Big Cass and Brian Keith, I believe, on Ring of Honor TV. Jericho got very mad about it. He's like, I didn't put you in the Learning Tree to lose. I want to see your potential, and you better start winning or you're going to get kicked out, pretty much. And then Gravity's like, I want a title shot, that's it. Chris like, alright, you want to lose so bad? Okay, why not? Alright, so Chris Jericho defends against Gravity. I'm going with Jericho, obviously. You think Gravity's going to become the new champ? Ha! In what lifetime? That's pretty much it. So Jericho's going to retain, pretty much easy. And I think they're going to run it back with Bandito and Jericho at Supercard Honor. And I think finally Jericho's going to lose that belt. Bandito will get it back for the first time in, I think, 4 or 5 years. I could be wrong. I think it's 4 years. Because he did have to give it up because of injury, so we got that. Alright, we'll move on. Alright, then the final match on the pre-show, a trios match, 6-man tag team match. We got Big Boom AJ, the Costco guy, with Big Justice, a little twerp, little 14-year-old twerp. He teams up with the conglomeration, that's thrown around, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed orange juice, and the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, reach for the sky, boy, Jay Briscoe! Gotta love that man up there. Anyway, so they're teaming up against Johnny TV and Monsieur and Dion Mason Madden, the MXM collection. Trigger pose. Well, half of the new group called the Cooperation. I guess I'm playing on words for the conglomeration, the cooperation. Next thing we know, we got the association. You know Tony Khan's gonna name that another Trios theme soon, but it is what it is. I'm not giving two fucks about this match, but I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and that big fat idiot Big Boom AJ to get the win. I want Big Boom AJ to get pinned, but that's too much to ask from the MSN collection and Johnny TV. So that's that. So I'm gonna go with the good guys to win, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's run down the main card. 9 matches. Oy. But lots of title matches, and pretty much a couple of matches are going to be hardcore. Holy shit. Surprised this ain't going to be like a hardcore pay-per-view, but still, with a couple of filler matches on it. But anyway, we're going to start with the AEW Tag Team titles. We got the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin, along with the great MVP at ringside. They're taking on the number 1 contenders, my favorite tag team right now. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to 1987. The Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, who still follow me on X and Instagram. Love those guys. And that's pretty much it. I gotta go with the Hurt Syndicate here. As much as I love the Outrunners, and they're finally getting another tag team title shot, I just don't think they're gonna beat the Hurt Syndicate. It'll be a miracle if they win. I hate saying that because they're my boys and everything, not like that. But, you know, they're running into a brick wall, and that's basically the Hurt Syndicate, and they're gonna get hurt. Bad, probably. But I think they're gonna, give the Hurt Syndicate a big run for their money, but in the end, Bobby and Shelton, I think MVP will be the deciding factor in this match, and I'm going to go with the Hurt Syndicate to retain, and then maybe, after the match, maybe the Bucks come back and then challenge the Hurt Syndicate for the tag titles. I don't know, but I think we're going to get a return of the Bucks tonight. It's in LA, which is Bucks country, so who knows? I mean, they were in Japan for a while. I think they're coming back, but I think AEW needs them back right now because this Death Riders storyline is just getting old as fuck, and I think it ends tonight. But I'll get to that in a little bit. All right, so the Hurt Syndicate will retain the tag team belts. Excuse me. Over the Outrunners, and that's that. Alright, then we go to the AEW Continental Breakfast of Champions title. And we got the champ, the man who eats a lot of pancakes, I guess. With Denny's IHOP Continental Breakfast. So we got that. So we got the champion, Okada, taking on the big man, 1/3 of the Hounds of Hell. And that's the big man, Brody King. Who? So, this is going to be, a good match. This came about when Brody and Julia Hart went on a back, and then Okada comes in. Ooh, I'm sorry. Bumps into Brody King, and then basically calls him a bitch. Bitch! Like Aew would say, bitch! And that's that. And then Brody had a match. I think it was on Collision last week, and Okada came out after the match and hit him in the head with the belt. And then I think last week he cost him the match. So, it is what it is. But I'm going to go with Okada to retain. I as much as I want Okada to lose that belt, I think he's going to lose it to Kenny at All In, because I think that's where the direction's going right now. And they gotta somehow sell out All In Texas. I don't know how many they sold already, but I think the big marquee match has to be Okada and Kenny. But we'll see what happens with that. That'll be number 5. So, we'll see what happens to that. That might be title for title. But we'll see. We'll get to Kenny and his title match coming up in a bit. Alright, so Okada will retain the Continental Breakfast of Champions title. And then we move on with that. Alright, then we go to the ladies. Well, one of the ladies' titles, women's title matches, that's the AEW TBS title. And we have the CEO, Chicken Noodle Soup. We have Mercedes Moné taking on my girl from Stardom, Japan. Momo Watanabe, Mercedes' arch nemesis. And she beat her in Japan, but still. Alright. We saw Momo last night beat the Professor, Serena Deeb. And then Mercedes comes in the ring, like, I'm the champ, I'm the CEO, look at me. And then Momo's like, well, bitch, fuck you. Kicks her right in that dome, knocks her the fuck out. And then pretty much holds up the titles like, I win! Ya-da! But you honestly think that Momo's gonna beat Mercedes? I wish. I know she's my girl and everything, but still. I think Mercedes is gonna retain the TBS title. I think she's gonna be going to Dynasty. I think she's gonna lose that belt at Double or Nothing against Athena. You heard it here first. I think she'll finally lose that belt to Athena. And I think Athena will finally lose the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Maybe to Billy Starks. I don't know who at this point. Maybe never. She'll never lose that belt. She's starting to become Roman. She's getting close to 1,000 days. But right now she's near 900. Getting close to 900 at least. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to go with Mercedes to pick up the win and retain the TBS title. Alright, then we got a solid steel cage match, brother. We got Will Oceanspray, reach for the sky, whoa! Bam! He takes on his former friend and former partner in the United Empire, the man who turned on him, beat him, I think at Full Gear. When did he beat him? I think at Full Gear or Wrestle Dream. I forget what pay-per-view that was. But anyway, he beat him. And I think Oceanspray got the rematch victory. I think it's the second or third match. But anyway, in a steel cage, we got Will Oceanspray facing Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis at ringside. This is going to be pretty brutal. I do see a lot of blood in this match. They're going to have to clean up the ring about a few times. But we got that. Fletcher being the proto-star, he wants to be better than Oceanspray. Oceanspray wants to get back to the titles picture, maybe the Intercontinental title, get it back, or he goes after the TNT title, or maybe the World title. So, but he has a roadblock in his way, no pun intended, with NXT. And, he's been fighting the Don Callis family for the last couple months. Got beat up on Wednesday. Even though Mark Davis tried to stop it, but then Kyle's like, you do what you're told! And Mark Davis sadly had to beat up one of his best friends, and that's Will Oceanspray, and then he left in a huff. So, I think we could see some of the Don Callis family at ringside. Probably be I don't know if we're gonna see the Murder Machines at ringside, or they try to get in the cage, and maybe Mark Davis tries to get in the cage. But if that does happen, I think Mark Davis might turn back to being a face and help Oceanspray get the victory. But then again, Oceanspray can win clean, but we'll see. So I'm going to go with Oceanspray to pick up the victory over Kyle Fletcher in probably a bloody as fuck cage match. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, then we got Swerve. Swerve Strickland with my good buddy, Prince Nana. Buy his coffee, please. Maybe you get a discount. Well, you don't get a discount with me, but I wish. But if you do buy his coffee, tell him I told you to buy it. Send you some. Rosa loves that coffee. Religiously loves it. So, thank you, Nana, for the coffee. But I digress. Anyway, so Swerve takes on his arch nemesis, Rick O'Shit. So, we got that. They've been going at it for months. Ricochet beat Swerve in the Continental Classic tournament. Then I think, I think it was at World's End. Swerve got the win. I think so. I forget. But in any case, they're going to go at it once again. But this time, there's a lot on the line. The number one contendership for the AEW World title. So whoever wins faces either Moxley or Edge. Or somebody else. Who knows? See what happens with that. This is going to be a war. I mean, Ricochet with the golden scissors, busting open Swerve a couple weeks ago, and then Ricochet takes the embassy robe. Not so unhappy about that. He wanted Ricochet to give it back. And then, as we saw at the contract signing, Ricochet says, "Oh, I put some alterations to the robe," and Nana got pissed. And then Swerve, pretty much badmouths Ricochet, and he says, "I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna put you out of retirement. I'm gonna put you to pasture, just like your girl, your wife, Samantha Irvin." And Ricochet did not like that. Then he tried to stab Swerve with the golden scissors. Swerve blocked it, and then busted Ricochet wide open with his scissors. So you only can imagine what they're gonna do to each other tonight. It's gonna feel like Prince Puma versus Killshot in Lucha Underground. All we need is Dario Cueto to go, "Ring the bell!" That's all we need. But it's going to be violent, and it's going to be insane. But I'm going to go with Swerve to pick up the victory, become the new number one contender to the AEW title. And where's Ricochet go? Who cares? And we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, back to women we go with a Falls Count Anywhere match, a Hollywood ending to the feud between Timeless Toni Storm, darling, bosom, and remember, chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. Alright, so we got Toni Storm taking on the former champion Mariah May. And as we all know, Timeless Toni Storm came back, won the title in Australia after Mariah May beat her at All In London, her hometown, back in August. So Mariah May's held that belt for a few months now, and bloodied Toni Storm up, and then Toni went away for a while. She came back as Rocker Toni Storm, and then she went back into the time warp again, and came back as Timeless Toni Storm. They had that great match in Australia, Timeless Toni Storm's home country. She wins the belt. And then Mariah May comes back, took a couple of weeks off, comes back, beats the fuck out of Toni Storm. And then they had the sit-down where basically Mariah May spit in Toni Storm's face. And then Mariah May got even more mad at the Queen of the Ring premiere, where she attacked Toni Storm. And then this is going to come to a head. They're going to have their fairy tale ending, Hollywood ending, but Falls Count Anywhere, so there's going to be some type of blood in this match. Weapons are going to be used. I don't know where they're going to end up. Maybe the men's bathroom. Who knows? Who knows where they're going to end up? They might be outside. So, that's that. So, I'm going to go with Toni Storm to win. I think Mariah May's time is a little bit up. Maybe she goes after the TBS title and Mercedes Moné. And we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to go with Toni Storm to win. Excuse me. And finally, end this feud between her and her protege, the beautiful Mariah May. And that's that. Alright, then we go to the AEW Intercontinental title. On the line, we got Kensuke Takeshita, or Takeshita, with Don Callis at ringside. He takes on Kenny Black Omega. Bang! And that's that. Now, this is their third match. Takeshi's won both of them. He won at All In, and he won, I think, at All Out last year. Pretty much putting Kenny to pasture. Kenny comes back from his diverticulitis injury, and continues his feud with the Don Callis family. He wants to go after Don, But he's got Takeshita in the way. He's got pretty much everybody in the Don Callis family in his way. We saw him and Ocean Spray team up against Fletcher and Takeshita in Australia, and that epic match that it was. And that's that. But now we're going for the AEW Intercontinental title that Takeshita has held for God knows how long. It's going to be a war. Don Callis is going to get involved pretty much every 5 fucking seconds. And it's going to be a war. But I'm going to go with Kenny to finally beat Takeshita, get revenge on those 2 earlier losses, beat him in the third match, win the AEW Intercontinental title for the very first time, so he gets gold back around his waist, and then we'll see where he goes from here. Maybe all the way to July, where he possibly could face Okada one more time, because I think they teased it when Kenny, came back and then kind of went away again, and then came back again after his little health scare, and that's all that matters for that. So, we got that. So I'm going to go with Kenny to get the win. Maybe he gets his hands on Don Callis and puts him out to pasture, but we'll see. So I'm going to go with Kenny to get the win. And that's that. To win the title. Let me move on. Alright, then we got Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. MJF taking on the Hangman. Adam Page is about to do some cowboy shit. This is going to be a brutal, maybe bloody match. MJF, was getting interrupted by Hangman in some interviews, and then they finally kind of met up, and then MJF basically called Hangman a fraud or a talentless hack, and then Hangman was talking about MJF, and then they finally meet up in the ring. MJF basically tells Hangman and Page, "You're a shell of yourself." So, and then Page tells Max, you're good. So you may be good, but you fear them. You fear the people. And then Max gets all mad, and then Hangman says, "I'm real and you're not." And then that leads to MJF, conning Hangman Adam Page. He bloodies up Christopher Daniels, and then as we saw this past Wednesday, he was outside waiting for Hangman to come in. And then Hangman kind of finds MJF, beats him up all the way, to the entrance ramp, but it's not MJF. And then the real MJF comes out, beats the living shit out of Hangman in the ring, hits him with the dynamite diamond ring to knock him out. He grabs some lighter fluid, trying to make a human barbecue. And referees and security guards had to stop him before we had a human torch. So who knows what's going to happen tonight? We might see fire, I don't know. But as far as who wins, I know Max is going to somehow cheat to win this match, but I'm going to go with the Hangman to pick up the win, get some revenge, and we'll see what happens to that. So I'm going to go with the Hangman to get the win. That's that. Then in our main event tonight for the AEW World Title, we got the leader of the Death Riders all by himself, because everybody else got beat up by Edge. So we got Jon Moxley taking on, hey kids, it's Edge for the AEW World Title. Like I said, the Death Riders storyline is boring. It's gone on for way too long. I thought it was going to end at World's End, when maybe there was that rumor that Shane McMahon was going to come in and be with them as like the higher power. Who's going to be with Mox and company. They're going to take over AEW, which they've done for the past couple months. And then Edge comes back about a couple weeks to about a month ago. He comes in and all he wants is to get the AEW title and finish the Death Riders off for good. And then, they went back and forth, and then Edge gets beat up by the Death Riders. And then Edge was like, that's it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to take all you guys out one by one. He takes out Pac with a concerto, laid him out. He gone. Claudio, he lays out Marina Shafir. Willow Nightingale laid her out, so, thanks to Edge, of course. And then, there's only one left, that was William Yuta. And as we saw on Dynamite, Edge beat William Yuta, but he didn't beat him up. And then they had a code of honor, and then Moxley comes out, starts yelling at Yuta, saying, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you take him out?" And then William Yuta's like, "Well, fuck you!" Kind of leaves Moxley behind. But I think we'll see Yuta tonight maybe try to help Moxley out a little bit. Maybe he turns face again, which sucks, but, so we have with that. But I think Edge is going to get the win. He's going to win the AEW World title. But, and there's a but, and it really stinks, I think Christian Cage is going to come out with pretty much the patriarchy. And he's going to come out, and either he's going to sign the contract, because he hasn't signed it, it's just a thing. He's going to sign the contract, cash in on a pretty much broken, beaten Edge. And then he's going to go to the ring, he's going to cash in, he's going to pick Edge up, hit the kill switch, bing, bang, boom, good night. So we're going to have a new champ tonight. But then again, Jay White said he's going to be at Revolution to see Edge win. So does he actually help him or hurt him? I think he might turn on Edge, turn back to being a heel. And I think maybe he joins the patriarchy as a favor to Christian. But then again, who knows? So we could see Jay White win the belt, because, like I said, Christian has the thing, but he hasn't really signed it. So he could come out and just give the thing to Jay White. Jay White signs the contract. It's like, oh, here we go. And then Jay White will beat Edge for the title. And then we'll get Jay White versus either Swerve or Ricochet for the title at Dynasty. And then Edge, or maybe get a triple threat. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll see what happens with that. So we could see Swerve win the number one contenders match, and then face Christian at Dynasty, which will suck. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so my final... Let me just, excuse me. Alright, let me just, do that. Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, so, running down the predictions once again on the pre-show. Actually, they're starting off with Lee Johnson and Blake Christian taking on Commander and Hologram. Commander and Hologram should win that match. And that's that. I got Danny Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom to beat Shane Taylor Promotions. I got Chris Jericho to retain the Ring of Honor title over Gravity. And Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and that big fat fuck, Big Boom AJ to beat Johnny TV, Mansoor, and Dion Madden, or Mace Madden, part of the MXM collection, or the Cooperation, and I think the good guys are going to win that match, and that's that. So that's the pre-show. Now to summarize the main show, okay, I got the Hurt Syndicate to beat the Outrunners to retain the AEW Tag Team titles. I got Okada to defeat to beat I'm looking at this wrong. So anyway, I got Okada to beat Brody King to retain the Continental Breakfast Champions title. I got the Hurt Syndicate to retain over the Outrunners for the tag team titles. Sadly, got Mercedes Moné to beat my girl Momo Watanabe to retain the TBS Women's title. I got Osha Spray to survive a cage match between Kyle Fletcher. I got Swerve to beat Ricochet to become the new number one contender to the AEW World title. I got Timeless Toni Storm to retain the AEW Women's title over Mariah May. I got Kenny Omega to win the AEW Intercontinental title. I got the Hangman Adam Page doing some cowboy shit over MJF. He's gonna beat MJF. And in the main event, I got Edge, Adam Copeland to beat Moxley to become the new champ. But he will only hold it for a little while, as I see Christian cashing in, or possibly Jay White. So there you go. So either Jay White or Christian, but I'm going to go with Christian to eventually cash in and be the new champion by the end of the night. So that prediction will be Christian. But if Jay White wins, it won't count to my prediction score. So we got that. And we move on. Alright, pre-show is on the air. We got the main show at 8. So not really watching the pre-show much. I really don't care about it. But I will watch the pre-show in about 45 minutes from now. About 50 minutes from now, actually. So we got Revolution coming away. The final actual pay-per-view of the month. I know we got Sacrifice on Friday night. Going head-to-head with SmackDown. It's going to be huge. And we'll see what happens with that. And as we go into April, we're 3 weeks away from our next AEW pay-per-view. Kind of almost back-to-back. But April the 6th, we got AEW Dynasty. And then 2 weeks after that, the big one, WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. On the 19th and the 20th of April. And then in between, we got Supercard of Honor on the 18th, the Hall of Fame. We also got Unbreakable from TNA. That's another event. So, lots of things going on in April. And then as we go to May, we got Backlash, wherever that is. And a whole lot of good... we got NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing the same night. I don't know if that's going to change. We'll have to see what happens. And then the night before, May 25th, I believe, 24th to 25th, we got Saturday night's main event. And then we got Memorial Day Raw after that. So that's going to be a big, huge Memorial Day weekend. Possibly 2 pay-per-views at the same time. What are you going to watch? But then again, I think that either Tony Khan or Triple H or Shawn Michaels might change the date on that. I don't know if they're going to go head-to-head in a pay-per-view, but we'll see. We shall see what happens with that. And then June comes around, we got Money in the Bank. And then eventually we're going to get to All In. We get to Slammiversary for TNA. And a whole lot more as we go into the summer. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get ready for the pay-per-view in about 50 minutes from now. So, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the pay-per-view. I will be back later over on my Peter Joseph channel with your official... Well, maybe it might be tonight, maybe tomorrow, because I might be out of it by the time the pay-per-view ends, but we'll see. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, be safe, be well, enjoy Revolution, and like I said, I might be back for video number 3 with your review of Revolution, either late tonight after the pay-per-view ends, or most likely tomorrow afternoon. Probably early or a couple hours before Raw to get that out of the way, and then we'll get to Raw tomorrow. Review be coming late tomorrow night, and then we'll see what happens the rest of the week because I'm a little bit busy after Tuesday, so and then we'll move on with that as we go into the end of the month. We got baseball preview coming up. Probably the next episode will be my 2025 MLB season preview with the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, everything like that. We'll get to that. Probably not this coming weekend, the following weekend, because a couple of days before March 27th, that's when the baseball season starts. So we'll do all that. So lots of videos to come. Please hit that bell on my respective channels. Please subscribe to the channels. Like the videos. Tell your friends. And all that good shit. So, I'm out of here, guys, for episode number 63 of The Shadow Slayer. Thank you for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. Until next time, peace.